So now we will see how to work with the toolbar. Toolbar is this area, this blue area where we have this broadcast receiver test written. This area is called the toolbar. So we will find out. We'll try to discover or practice how to work with the toolbar, how to add icons to this toolbar. For example, you select one or you click one of the icons and you go move from one activity to another activity, or you log out, or you perform different actions, or you change, uh, for example, back to your main active or login activity, something like this. A back button, for example, can be added to it. A button to minimize your app can be activated here. An icon, I mean, we should use the term icon here instead of buttons. So we will find out how to add these icons and how to uh, kind of add the text, add the functionality or the logic behind them. So the first thing that we need to do is, for example, for these icons, they are also called the light launcher icons. We need to add some library because we don't have the images. Let's see how many images we have in our Drawable. Actually, we have no images here. So we either we can download the images from internet. There are certain places in the internet from where you can download the images for the toolbar, or we can uh, install some plugin which provides all these images for launcher and material icons and our main or the activity icons. So these toolbar icons, or the icons for your main screens, or launcher icons, or whatever kind of icons that you need, you can also download from the internet, as I said. So just go to the internet and in Google just write download launcher icons, and you will get a lot of links. For example, I clicked on this link, Android icon finder, and I got here you see you have all the icons which you can buy. There are some available for free as well. You can simply choose the icon size, and you can choose the background, for example, for which background you need these icons, and the size of the icons will adjust, the background will adjust, and you can simply download them. You can click on free, and then you will get the free ones. You will click on any, then you will get both free, and then you have certain icons in the vector format as well, because the Android's new APIs also support these vector images instead of the normal PNG or JPG images. um, so you can download them from here. There's another website called Developer Android Icons, uh, and from here also you can find out which from the icons you want to download. For example, you can go here on this Android official website and click here Android action bar icon pack, and you will get this zip file. And so you can have your icons from these websites. And there's another website called Android iconspedia.com. This website also gives you a lot of icons, as you see here, and there are icons for Google, Twitter, Android. You click here for the Android icons, and it's actually already selected. So there are many places on the internet from where you can download the icons for free, or you can also buy from websites. But today we will, in our code, these are these action bar icons we will try to get from a plugin called Android Icons, Drawable or something. Let's go to the file and how we download the plugins. You know what a plugin is? Plugin is simply a library, or so go to file and settings. Is simply a library that contains some extra functionality, that can be added to your project. Can be a module, a library, or anything. It's just a kind of a software part of the component that can be added readily to your projects for added function. So now we are here, we click in the settings, we click at the plugin, and then we go here and click and write Android, let's say icons, drawables. So as you see, we do not find any plugin with the name Android icons or drawable or something near it, so we need to click on the search in repositories, and that is going to search from the internet, search it online, and yes, now we get an Android drawable importer plugin. We can click here to install it. What this plugin has, the plugin consists of the main features, these three main features. So it contains Android icons, material icons, drawable import. So you can have Android icons and material icons from this import. Then we can have batch drawable import. Select assets or whole folder and specify the source resolutions. Multi-source drawable. Ever got a zip with drawables for Android project by our. Okay, so you can have a lot of images for your icons, for your materials, for design, for material icons, launcher icons, app bar icons, uh, main GUI icons, and other buttons, whatever you need from this. So let's just click on install and start installing it. So Android drawable importer is getting installed. We have to wait a bit. So downloading plugin, Android drawable importer. So it is done, and now we click close and we click apply, and you see we now see this Android drawable importer installed, and we click OK, and this gives me a message that you need to restart Android to activate changes in the plugins, because we added a new plugin, so the already existing plugins will have a new plugin with the name Android drawable importer. So in order to have those changes applied, like to see that newly added plugin in the list of plugins, we need to restart. Click on restart, and this will close the Android Studio once, and it will start it again. Closed. Now it's going to restart. So it's getting restarted now. We have to wait a bit more. It's preparing the plugin Android drawable importer before the startup completes. So it's still getting prepared, the Android developer importer. So see users desktop and click, yeah, these are the three images. No, these are the three images. Plus sign conference, profile conference, and saved path. Let's see if these are the ones. Show the desktop. Look at login key. Login key is the third one. Profile plus one and login key. Yeah, these three. And click OK. So we have now these three here. You see this is the plus sign. This is the profile conf. This is the login key page. Select it. Now what should we do? We have to click here on the edit and save them one by one, and see what kind of which resolutions we want to save: MDPI, HDPI, XDPI, XX. So let us use the default options here for the resolutions, for the image resolutions that will be stored. So we'll have 5 image copies in all these MDPI, DPI, XDPI, and these two image resolutions for these pixel sizes, for these screen sizes, for these pixel sizes. And this is the name. Let us name as the target name. Let us name as plus sign, and the format should be PNG, method automatic, and this is the width of the source, 85 into 85. This image will have this kind of a width and height, and this will have 63 pixel to 63, and XDPI we have 85 pixel to 85 pixel. The source image is XDPI 85 into 85. So, and this will be 127 pixel into 27 pixel. Length and height, length and width, this will be 170 to 170. So let us click OK. It should be done. Now we go for this one, try to change it. Let's keep the same, just name it profile pic, profile image. For the target name, the other things remain the same, the format, and this is XHDPI, and the size is this 266 pixel, and this is what, if this is too big, let us select the source as, so its size is quite big, so let's keep it like this. But for a toolbar icon, this is quite big, so but we can use it. I mean, it's not a problem if it's only 1 or 2 images. And now we click here, so its size is 64. This is a perfect image to be for a toolbar icon. And then name it login key. Login key, the target name, PNG format, and select all these resolution options as the default ones on this page, and click OK. And now we click OK, and it's going to import these images, create these images with different sizes, and import them into our Drawable folder. And you see we have login key.png, plus sign.png, and profile image.png, and we have 5 images: HMX, XX, HDPI, and XXX.HDPI. And the same for this plus sign.png, and the same for the login key. If we click here, we can see the picture here. You see the size is changing when we click. These two are bigger, and you see this is the plus sign. So this is the profile image. Now go to our resource folder where this project is located. See Android lectures and broadcast receiver, and see how these folders under Drawable are created under the Drawable folder. Let us go to C, Android lectures, broadcast receiver test, app, sorry, not build, app. So our main menu resource file is done. Now we need to go to our main activity and load it into the main activity so that it displays it on its toolbar. How we do it? We do it with we've override a function. This function is a part of this class app compact activity. Remember, to have this app extend activity from app contact activity, we need to use this library com android support app contact app contact v7 25. You can have different versions of this, so we need to have this, otherwise we will not get this override function, or we will not be able to show our menu items also inside the inside the toolbar on the main activity. So the function is on, press tab, on create options menu. If you just write on create CRE, and you get this option to select this function from a list that pops up, and just double click on it. This Android Studio is a very beautiful tool. It gives a lot, it has a lot of helping um, features, to help us code easily. So just double click on it and you will get everything. This override tag is also written above, and then this function is also written, and with this return this super class function, we need to remove this. We need to override this functionality and use the get inflate menu inflator function to inflate the menu that inside the main menu dot inflate, and then use r dot menu. This is inside this menu folder, resource dot menu dot main menu. This main menu is the XML file, then comma, and then this is the menu. So this menu argument, second argument, should come here, and then simply return true. So that's it. Now if we run our our project and start the emulator, it should show us on up here these two icons, this key and this plus sign, which will be, one will be called the load the login key, and the second is the add context. So just simply run it, and now select this second Nexus S app. You can choose anyone, but we choose this one, Nexus S emulator that we created, and then click OK, and let's see how our project looks like. So our emulator is getting loaded. Let's see, we should get now our menu icons, these menu icons inside on our toolbar inside the main activity, this blue toolbar right here, and they start normally from this end. They are placed like from, unless we specify in our properties that how to place them, we can specify here those properties. So by default they should be aligned to the right side. So the app is up and running. So we have this thing new here, but we don't see our icons until now. So login is inside and contact is inside. So the problem is, if it adjusts it according to the space, the icons, and if we don't use a property like show always, it will then the Android Studio will adjust them by itself like this. If it thinks that there is not much space, it will make a list. So let us use a property show show as action, and use always in that. If room means that if there is room, then it should show it, otherwise it will not show it. So let us use this property show as action always, and now run it again. Okay, Android 5.5, and now see how it will be. So the app is up. Now you see this is the plus icon, and that is the key icon, And so after these two are now appearing on our toolbar, now we can add some logic to put some code behind them so that when we click here something runs, maybe some new activity shows or something. But right now we can just make some message pop up, some toast message pop up. Let's see how to do it. For this we need to add another function, override function on options menu, on options item selected. When one of these items is selected, then this code will be executed in this function and we will add the logic here. So first of all we delete this call to the super class function, and then it will show an error because the return is nothing. So just first of all return true to remove the error. Now we put a switch statement and item dot, so the function will come here, then item dot get item ID, and we need to have our parentheses. That's it. And we need to put our two cases. Case so we need to get this ID from the menu dot main menu file under the menu resource, or dot ID dot login key and toast dot make toast, and first of all is main activity dot this first argument comma our function, the login page should be visible. So when we click here our login page will become visible. Of course we don't have any login page now. And length long, select it, and dot, we have to show it as well. That's it. And we don't use a semicolon here, instead we use these double colon here. And now we click next, and another case is case, it has to be case r dot id dot profile. What was the ID? The second ID was add contact, sorry, add contact, add a colon, it goes back, and then simply copy this toast here, and the add contact page should be visible. Now we run our app again and see what happens. So our app is running now. So when we click this, it should say that the login page should show, and when we click this button, the plus button should say that the add contact button page should be visible. Now we click here, it's showing login page should be visible. Oh, it's also showing the add contact page. Yeah, we made a big mistake here, because it goes from this case to the next case, so we need to return here. If any one of them is selected, we don't need to go below, because it has to return here, return true. That's it. And now it should only display, each button should display one message only. We run again. Okay. Sorry, it's running. Now we click on our key, it shows login page should be visible, and we wait if the second one comes up. No, the second one is not coming. That's good, wonderful, we fixed the error. Now we click here, it should say the add contact page should be visible. Now remember, instead of these toast makes, we will fire two intents here. One intent which will call our login page activity, then the other intent that will call our add contact page activity. So for now we just added these toast to just make you realize that how it works, just to get you going onto it. So this was